Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is a detailed drive-through video from Ogui Roundabout to Golf Annex Extension Enugu State. First, someone had requested it on the channel, but the next thing is that I had to do this drive-through because a client of mine reached out to me and said that she's looking for a plot to buy from Golf Annex, and this is the reason why I had to do a drive-through. Someone helped me whilst I was driving to do this detailed drive-through. So now, that being said, this is one of the beautiful places in Enugu State, Nigeria. All right, we are passing through Okpara Avenue. Okay, and this place has a lot of businesses, few houses inside the street, but we had to follow through this particular road, one, to reduce traffic. Then the next thing, here is cooler, more beautiful. Let's see the place called GRA, like what people say is the old money. Like, this is the place where people who made money way back settled, and it's a place that people look out for to buy properties from. So are you a first-time buyer, or are you someone who loves to invest in a location? Here is one of the places you can get something for yourself. I even think that you may not be able to find anything else here, right? Because it literally feels all sold out. But I know there'll be a lot of a one or two who wants to now resell. Here is a place for you to get. Every GRA in every state, I don't know, but I can say in Enugu is a beautiful place. Can you see how everything is planned? A lot of trees, a lot of flowers, making the place give this abroad vibe, right? So we're passing one of the big names we know in the city, Atoeze. We just passed by his house for you to understand what I was trying to say earlier on. That being said, so here's a story of the prospect that reached out to me, hoping to seal this deal, okay, that she needed a plot in Golf Annex, okay, and we know where we're going to. We just need to go and see the location on ground. All right, I always talk about people going for inspections. We understand you are not around, but make sure you find someone who can go see the place for you. Okay, so that's why she reached out to me and we started heading there. And when we got there, I also would send this video to her. Okay, in fact, I've sent the video already to her unedited, so that she can have an idea of what she's paying for. All right, so that also helps in people quenching their fears. When someone wants to buy a land, you won't say, oh, it's not just how much, bring it, let's go and buy for a land. Some people have been hurt before, right? They've burnt their fingers before, so they are careful now to invest in anything, right? So that could be a reason, and we shouldn't neglect that. We shouldn't wash out that emotions of them like it never existed. So now I'm doing this physical inspection with her, or we could say virtual inspection, as the case may be, but it still matters that it is necessary and it has to be done. All right, another thing I'm going to share or talk about is that we should understand that when it comes to Enugu State, there are two major ways people buy land: through a company and through an individual. Okay, there are its advantages and its disadvantages in each case, but Golf Annex Estate was allocated in way back. So what I'm trying to say, that Golf Annex Estate is like an individual land, it's not a company land. So you get to see the owner, all right, make interactions with him or her, bid price, then you get the document and all that. So we should also understand that when it comes to estate land, it's still the same thing, but estate most of the time solves a lot of problems. Right, we still need the blend of the two, because some people, that's where they make their living, in selling individual lands. But the challenge with selling individual lands is that sometimes when the people or the agents gets to know that, oh, this client is ready to pay, they will increase the price because they feel like, oh, you will be at their mercy. That's the only challenge I see. That's the only challenge I see with individual lands. So nobody has a control over it. There's nobody to monitor it. All right, especially when the owner handed the property over to an agent to sell. So it's sometimes annoying. That's what I can say. So, but apart from it, if you find someone who is genuine and has integrity and keeps to his or her words, it's a beautiful thing to buy a property either from an estate company or. Let's watch this video to the very end and see the environment, see the development, see where Golf Annex is located and some of the plots we saw for our process. If you've watched any Golf Annex video on YouTube channel, you would bet and know that there is a lot of development that had happened between 2 to 3 years from now. The gate we just passed, I assume it could be the second gate, but we are going to follow the next gate that has security people by it. I would say that this is an update video of Golf Annex Estate 2025, and right now we are driving into the estate. Golf Annex is like the golf extension of the main golf course in Enugu State, and you would agree with me that it's one of the best planned government housing in Enugu State. Beautifully planned out, road networks on point, buildings amazing and all that. And one of the things I would also tell you for free is that Golf Annex is selling off pretty fast and on a higher return. Between 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, if you can agree with me, these places we are selling for between 18 million, 20 million, 25 million and all that. But currently in 2025, Golf Annex is selling for 40 million. If you find any 38, 40, 42, 45. I even saw one for 60 million. I was like, what? Right? That is how much of this place had gone in price. And you'll see that it has a beautiful mountainside view. I know some people who live abroad loves places like this. They like to live on the hill. this is a perfect place for you if you're looking for something like that, living on the hill, like on the mountain. Yes, this is a perfect place for this. All right, that is me walking to see the property on ground for my clients. Okay, so I guess any question you have regarding Golf Annex Estate, do well to ask me in the comment section. And also, let's chat on my inbox from the number showing on your screen. The best time to buy property is now. The longer you wait, the higher the price. But anytime you are ready, we have property for you. That's one thing that is assured. Anytime you are ready to invest in real estate, do not forget to reach me on the numbers above. My name is Esther Jeff Anozie, and I bring you safe, genuine, and profitable lands and houses in the city of Enugu and Abuja. If you have a need regarding any of these, kindly let me know in the comment section or reach me on the number showing on your screen, and I'll help you get your dream homes or your dream lands. Till I come your way again, do well to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. It will mean so much, but more so, you will get to see update videos like this on my channel. Bye.